Hi there. Yeah, so I'm Tom Hughes. I'm Chief Risk Officer of D&G. I'm responsible for risk, compliance, data privacy and quality assurance across all of our territories. Outside of work, I'm very busy with my family. I'm married to Liz. We've been married for 10 years this year, and we've got 3 kids. We've got Toby, who's 8, Summer, who's 6, and then Lucas, who's 4 months old and very cute, but not getting us sleep at the moment. One of the things I loved doing as a child was I was very sporty. I used to play a lot of tennis, and there was probably a period in my childhood where I would have loved to have been a professional tennis player. It just looked like a very kind of glamorous kind of lifestyle, but I think in reality I quickly realised that my skill level wasn't quite going to be able to allow us to do that, but it was really enjoyable nonetheless. So I originally qualified as a chartered accountant after university, and I worked for finance. I worked in finance for a few years after that. I've been in the insurance sector for about 13 years now. So originally working at RSA Insurance Group, and then working at AXA between 2011 and 2018. And I think insurance as an industry just really appeals because I think you're there to kind of solve problems for customers. You're there to put things right when they've suffered, a loss or an emergency situation. So I really see the value in insurance as a sector. And when I first started having conversations with D&G before I joined, I really felt the customer centricity in the culture and the business model. We're really there to support people when their washing machine has stopped working or their boiler's not working over the winter. And these are, massive issues for people in their daily lives that, stop them, from getting done what they want to, and, ultimately making life more comfortable and more pleasant. And, about 4.5 years later, I still feel completely the same. Yeah, well, I think in terms of the app, we were really lucky that a couple of the managers from onHand joined one of our team huddles recently, and they gave us a bit of a demo in terms of how to use the app, how to accept missions, and then obviously record your progress. And I think for me, I love the simplicity of it. I also love the fact that you can choose missions that are very quick to do. So for example, you can watch a YouTube video about sustainability that might take 12 minutes, or you can sign up for some much bigger projects. For example, I've signed up for some volunteering to talk to children about career planning, which I'm really looking forward to do. So I think it doesn't really matter how much time you've got. There's definitely something for you in there. Well, I think firstly, just do it. I mean, it's really quick to sign up. It only takes a few minutes, and the beauty is that it really doesn't matter how much time you've got. Even if you've got 10 minutes once a week, there's definitely something in there for you that you can do, to have your impact. I think really the key thing is that we all have, a responsibility to protect, our planet for future generations, thinking about my own children. But also I think, it really is just about the impact of lots of people making a few small changes. So for example, for me, we've got a water butt at home that we use to collect rainwater that we can then use to water the garden. We also like composting, so reusing food waste in the garden to help our plants grow, which is great. And from a slightly bigger perspective, I've also recently decided to swap my diesel car for an electric to obviously reduce the carbon footprint of my daily commute. So hopefully the car will turn up soon, but let's wait and see. And one of the things I'm really looking forward to is that in October, as the Domestic and General Leadership Group, we're going to be spending some time with the Felix Projects in London. And what they do is effectively they look to reuse excess food, from the catering industry, and then redeploy it to people in need, whether it's individuals or charities or social organisations. So yeah, really looking forward to having the opportunity to both kind of practically help a little bit with a few hours, but also just to understand their mission and what they're there to achieve. I think it's incredibly powerful. So I'll be looking forward to doing that.